Hello everyone, and today we are going to be continuing on with the Terraforming Terraria mini-series sort of thing. And what we're going to be doing is the jungle today. And I want to kind of do something which is going to incorporate a bit of everything that you'll see in the jungle. And I find this area is quite nice. And we've got a little grubby here as well to say, who wants to say hello apparently. And so, yeah, I chose this area because it has these water pockets, it has some steep bits, and it has some more flat plateau areas. And I'm just going to kind of get started and talk through what I'm doing while I'm doing it, just to kind of give you an idea of things that you can do. So I'm going to try and keep some of this bamboo here, but I'm just going to trim it down a little bit, like so. I don't really want it there. And I'm going to grab some mud and mudstone. I'm going to start by sort of trying to build this up a little bit more, and it is a bit hectic around here, so I'm going to add in a little bit of mudstone brick, and then I'm also going to add grab some brown paint and some other bits of stone. So what's going to work best? Maybe some regular stone and then actuated will be quite nice. Let's see if I can paint this. Oh no, that looks fine actually. It's a little bit light, but who cares? Me, I care, but still. I'm only going to use little bits of the stone and mainly use mudstone. I might even mix in a little bit of actual stone as well, but I'm definitely going to grab my good old craggy and one stone wall. So there's one and there's craggy, and I'm going to have these painted brown as well. Just sort of scatter these guys around a little bit, and I'm going to also have a little bit of a sort of mud overhang here where there is going to be some of that and a little bit of that up at the top, sort of like the overhang that we did with the forest biome. So I kind of like how it has this short little, I'm going to kind of have it so it goes like that, and it kind of has a mini curve. I'm just going to hammer that down like that, and then put some more walls there. I'm going to get rid of just whatever's under there, like that. Grab some of that, a bit of that. There we go. I might actually add a little bit of the stone there, just so it's a bit better. I am going to remove most of this, and then, oop, there we go. Just sort of build this out a bit more. Yeah, that shouldn't be there. There should be a little bit more jungle grass. There we go. Now, another thing I want to do is add sort of little water lily style things. So I'm going to grab the rich mahogany leaf wand with some rich mahogany, and then just sort of place it like or up and around here and stuff. Maybe, oh grubby, you can't stay there mate, I'm sorry. And then hammer that just so there's these little bits, and then also grab some living leaf wool, and I will need some lime paint for this. I'm just gonna sort of add little bits. Oop, didn't mean to do it that high, but just add little bits of foliage just sort of creeping up and around all of this stuff here. Then I'm going to grab the rubble maker with my leaves selected and go around here placing some of these little bits and stuff, maybe one down there as well. And then I'm going to switch over to the seeds and scroll through these just a little bit until I find something which is nice. I like that there. I'll get rid of that one there. And I forgot to add one of the seeds to that. There we go. Now, another thing which I like to do is add little flowers sometimes across the floor, like little plants that are shooting up. And I like to do this by grabbing some bamboo fence painted lime and some living leaf painted with deep pink, and this really, really pops when you do it. So I'm going to add this little stalk here, switch over to the pink, place that. You can hammer it sort of any way you want. Sometimes I just keep it normally. I think that might be a little bit too high. And then just place it around and stuff, so it just adds a little pop of colour here and there. I used the wrong paint there. There we go. And then just grab one of these, pop it there. And if you want, you can also add in just a little bit of living leaf and kind of make a small little bushel of them, which might be a bit nicer, like so. And then if you want, you can hammer it down, or you can sort of move them around like this. And I would recommend actuating them because they are very bright. However, you don't obviously have to. I just do it the way I like that. And then like so. So it's still walking throughable, and it also drops these little leaves every now and again, like petals, and I think it looks rather nice. Now then, obviously in the jungle you will sometimes find little waterfalls, because I mean that's just how the jungle is, and for that I'm going to build a little mini waterfall thing kind of coming up and over here. I am also going to add in some acorns so that I can plant a couple trees, and I think what I'm going to do is remove that, place it there. I don't think this is going to be able to grow, but hey, let's find out. Yeah, no, okay, what I'm going to have to do is do that, then fertilise. Oh, you are a jammy one. Will you fertilise now? No, okay, there. Now you'll grow, you little turd. And then I do want to kind of do one underwater, so I'm going to have to get the old bottomless water bucket, and first I'll need to drain all of this, and then I will break that little guy. Oh, I can't place it there because of these. Great. Nice. Okay. Oh, it's a nice little short one as well. Perfect. There we go. And then I will add in the little faux lily pads back. Then I'm going to grab some vine rope, and I'm going to kind of drip this down from these up here. So what I'm going to do is use the ice rod to place something there, and then do this. And then I didn't paint a single one of them, so now we go back in and do all that, and then I can remove them, and that is starting to look really nice. I will need to hammer that and put a seed over it like so. We'll just remove that one, and that one, and there we go. Perfect. Alrighty, well, I hope you enjoyed this little mini tutorial. Hopefully some of these little tips can help you out when you're doing your next build in the jungle, or check out the previous video if you want to have a look at how to do some ones for the forest. So there you go. Have a lovely rest of your day. See ya.